Piper's feeding station obviously isn't her feeding station anymore. So I took out the feeder and the goats have taken it over as their little daytime lounge spot. That's kind of cool. Putting it to good use. I'll give them that. Recently it's been kind of negative around here, meaning there's been some things happening that just isn't good news. One of them is that chicken that Bendy mauled didn't make it. So I'm down a chicken. We found a new home for Bendy. So I think because of the evidence I saw with that chicken I saw Bendy attacking, I think that Bendy was the one that killed 2 guineas and another chicken. So my goodness, that's not cool. Anyway, that issue is resolved, but we had a guinea that we noticed was walking funny, and we went over to it and its leg was completely broken. If you picked her up and turned her on her back, the leg would display all the way to the side with zero control. It was broken. I have no idea how that happened. They have been staying in the hog pen by themselves without hogs, so she could move around, get places. So we left her in the pen to try to figure out what to do. But last night I checked on the guineas and I could not find her. So I'm down to 2. And I'm looking for... Wait, no. Oh, there she is. She's actually in here alive still. I am so surprised. Awesome. She doesn't walk. Oh, look at her, she's hopping. Poor thing. I don't know what to do. I don't think it's a fixable thing. She seems to be quote-unquote thriving or existing. She doesn't seem to be in pain, although it has to be painful. So there's that. Every time one of my chicken lays an egg. Oh, it stopped. They just cackle and cackle and cackle and cackle. It's funny. So that's the dinner bell, or breakfast bell, however you want to look at it. A doctor and a bus driver are both in love with a beautiful girl named Sarah. The bus driver had to go on a long trip that would last a week. Before he left, he gave Sarah 7 apples. Why did he do that? I'll give you the answer in just a minute. Let's see how good your observational skills are. What kind of tree am I standing under? I'll give you a second. Okay. This is a tulip tree. Here are the leaves up close. Wait a minute, let me get one for you. Right here. Tulip. Can you see it? One of the things you always have to be aware of when you have a farm or a hobby farm is that you don't want to do things or have things that are just an expense that you don't have to have if you don't have to. One of those, in my case, is having a wether. A wether is a fixed buck goat. I have 2 intact bucks. I have a doe and her daughter, and with that setup I can produce offspring, sell some babies, keep the farm going with new goats. But the wether can be used to keep a buck or a doe company when that situation arises. I don't have that situation right now, so I have an extra mouth to feed that really isn't contributing to the farm. And of course I'm talking about Luke. So I have to start thinking, what do I want to do about that? I tried to sell him when he was younger and was not successful. He is weathered. I could try to sell him again, or I could take him to the stockyard, or I could can't put it anymore nicely, I could eat him. I have to start thinking about my options on him, and I'll let you know how my thoughts progress on that. Well, it's mid-September, so rut season has begun. One of the easiest manifestations here on this farm is that these two will be headbutting each other quite a bit. I think Kubo might be healthy enough to do something this year, and that's going to be awesome. Him and Meadow have never been together, so I would love to see the kind of kids that they produce. All black and all gray. That's awesome. Ringo's kids are cute, but I want to see what this guy does. Isn't that right, buddy? How you guys doing, huh? You guys ready for that? So that won't be till the end of November, but they'll still be plenty ready by then. What kind of tree am I standing under now? The answer is apple tree. There's no apples on it right now, but here are the leaves. So I've had kunes in this area here, which behind me is right there, for over a year. And this area has sustained them well. I've only had 2 in here, but they haven't rooted up the place. There's plenty of grass for them to eat. It seemed to be sustaining them very well. So I'm under the impression that it could probably handle 1 or 2 more pigs. It's doing fine with just 2. No stress at all. You can see this nice lush grass in here. They did find a corner to root up a little bit, but that's no problem. And it isn't super rooted up. It's just overturned grass. So, worst case scenario, I need a place for other pigs. This is fine. And this is even smaller than the boar pen. So, I'm thinking that might be big enough to handle a couple, 2 or 3 more hogs. So, I think we're doing well. Okay, what tree am I standing under now? It is a Norway spruce. Thank you. I mean, I'm not heartless, I get it. Eating a goat seems kind of not cool to some people. But we eat all kinds of meat. We've raised chickens for meat here on the farm and have had them butchered. I've always wanted to venture into that to see if we can have a sustaining situation with meat on the farm with chickens and goats. And this might be the opportunity to do so. I'm not sure yet. Now, my wife and daughter, if they had their way, we would never even have this discussion. It's the most eaten meat on the planet, I've been told. I can't say that I've had much, if any, goat at all, so I would like to see if I do have the taste for it. We'll see. I'm not ruling that out. It is not where I'm leaning at the moment, but I'm not ruling it out. What kind of tree am I standing under now? The answer is a sassafras tree. This tree, if you take its leaves, crunch it up, oh my, it's lemony, it's awesome. I think you can make a root beer from that stuff. It smells like lemon pledge, you know, something like that. I mean, it's really nice smelling. So it is mid-September, and as you can see, I have started to replenish my hay supply. I'll probably end up, when it hits hard winter, with about 20 bales in here. I only have 7 right now. But I just go every now and again and get 2 or 3, 4 bales and just store them, because they will go through the hay pretty daggone quickly. Alright, what kind of tree am I standing under now? That happens to be a hedge apple tree. You guys are cute, I'll give you that. So are you, Danky. So are you, chickens. Jeez, man. All kind of animals around here. Hey, what you doing, huh? What you doing? Jojo's a cutie. And Luke, you're a conundrum, because you're cute too, you know? And you're a good goat. Yes, you are. Why are you making this so difficult on me, huh? What? What are you guys doing? Huh? What you doing, Meadow? Crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you're a cutie. You're a cutie. What? What are you doing over there? Look at all these chickens. Let's see if they give me any extra eggs. Oh, hi, Danky. I forgot to pet you there. Hey. Yeah. What was that for? Hey. My goodness, man. Don't be so aggressive. Alright, any more eggs? I saw one more laying in here. And the answer is, yeah, I got another one. So I don't care if they use this as a nesting ground, as long as I can get the eggs every day. Oh, got it. Nothing like farm fresh eggs, you know what I mean? What kind of tree am I standing under now? This is a sycamore. There are other words that I grew up saying as a kid, thinking they were normal, and they're probably normal in certain regions, certain places, but I haven't heard it a lot as an adult. One of the strange ones is my mom would call green bell peppers mangoes. So I remember asking someone about mangoes or talking about them, and they're like, what in the world are you talking about? I'm like, what do you mean what I'm talking about? You know, those green peppers. And they're like, bell peppers? And I'm like, well, I don't know if they have a different name or not, but we always call them mangoes. You know, and they said, we've never heard anybody call them a mango before. So I stopped calling them mangoes. My mom would also call a footstool or an ottoman a hassock. And I've always called them hassocks until I was an adult. And then everyone's saying, why are you calling them a hassock? And I'm like, I know that was their name. So, what kind of strange things did you all have that you thought was correct when you were growing up and found out it was either just in your family or regional or something strange like that? Also, from Ohio, all products that, like Coke and Pepsi and 7-Up, Mountain Dew, that's all pop. But there are, once you go a little more south, it'll be soda. And someone said even super south, all pop is called Coke, I think. And no matter what it is, you ask for a Coke, which is strange to me, but I don't know. Also, it's tennis shoes, not sneakers. So, you know, there's no sneakers here in Ohio, so don't be saying that kind of stuff. So anyway, give me your list. Tell me what you heard, what words you use that you find is different once you grew up. Okay, what tree am I standing under now? If you can tell by the bark, this is a cottonwood tree. Huge. So based on some of the conversation I had earlier with you all, here's a serious question. What do you think of raising goats for meat consumption? Do any of you out there do it? Do any of you out there raise your goat, butcher your goat, eat your goat? Or send it to a butcher to be butchered and you keep the meat, or whatever it is? How does it taste? How do you fix it? What kind of meat can you get from a goat? I'm not sure of any of those answers. I just know that people do consume them. So I'd like to know what you all do, how you do it. I'm really interested. I couldn't really get underneath this one, but what kind of tree is behind me here? This happens to be, if I can find a good leaf, not bad, but it's an oak tree. Why did the bus driver give Sarah 7 apples before he left for a week? Because an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to continue being a part of all the adventures and stories that happen on Rubber Soul Farm. I hope we can spend more time together on the farm. But until then, enjoy your animals and take care of yourselves.